Hey players and coaches, welcome to this high-energy explainer. Today, we're unlocking the secret playbook of UEFA Elite academies and World Cup legends. If you've ever watched the absolute biggest games on the planet and wondered, how do the best players just seem to do the impossible? Well, you are in exactly the right place. Let's just dive right in. We are going straight to the heart of places like La Masia, the legendary academy famous for producing actual football geniuses, to break down the techniques that separate the good players from the truly great ones. So, I want you to really think about something for a second. What makes World Cup stars so magical? Is it just having the flashiest boots, being the absolute fastest sprinter on the pitch, or maybe pulling off a dozen step-overs in a row? A lot of young players think magic on the pitch is entirely about fancy footwork, but I'm going to let you in on a massive secret right now. Actually, scratch that. It's not just a secret, it's a real game changer. The real magic? It doesn't start in your feet at all. It starts entirely in your mind. The answer we're looking for is game intelligence. That right there is the true definition of football magic. It's all about using your spatial awareness and your brain power to just stay one step ahead of the opposition. At elite academies like La Masia, they don't just teach you how to kick a ball, right? They teach you how to think. They prioritize brain power over just running around aimlessly. Think of it like this. If you can process the game faster than the defender trying to tackle you, you win. It really is that simple. And today, we're breaking it down into 3 core rules. All right, rule 1, scan the field. This first rule is absolutely crucial, and it focuses entirely on what you do before the ball even arrives at your feet. Most players just watch the ball. Elite players, they watch everything else. And the magic number here is 2 to 3. Why? Well, because players like Luka Modrić look like they have literal magic in their boots at the World Cup, and it all comes down to this one stat. Watch Modrić playing under immense pressure, like in that incredible match against Brazil. Before the ball even reaches him, he turns his head to check his shoulders 2 to 3 times every single second. He's constantly scanning the pitch. He's using his eyes long before he ever uses his feet. And by doing that, this rapid scanning allows players to basically see the future. When you scan like Modrić, you aren't just guessing. You know exactly where the defenders are creeping in from. You know where your teammates are making their runs. You know exactly where the open space is. Before the ball has even touched your cleats, your brain has already decided what to do next, because you've built this mental map of the entire pitch. Which brings us to this powerful point, perfectly cementing magic rule number 1. The player who knows what to do before getting the ball is always 1 second ahead of the defense. Just let that sink in for a moment. By simply checking your shoulder, by scanning the field, you instantly become mentally faster than any defender out there. You don't have to be the fastest runner if your brain is operating a full second ahead of everyone else. That is true football magic for sure. Moving right along to rule 2, open body shape. So, what's the very first thing you should do the precise moment the ball finally travels toward you? Your positioning in that split second changes absolutely everything about what happens next. A really common youth mistake is receiving the ball with your back to the play. If you do that, you only see one thing, the defender right behind you breathing down your neck. You totally trap yourself. But if you use an open body shape, literally opening your hips to the field, you suddenly get this massive 180-degree view of the pitch. You can see the whole attack unfolding right in front of you. If you want to see this done perfectly, we just look to the master of the far-foot advantage, Lionel Messi. When we watch Messi playing for Argentina at the World Cup, he demonstrates this flawlessly. Messi almost always receives the ball on his far foot. Now, what's the far foot? It's simply the foot that's furthest away from the teammate who's passing you the ball. By letting the ball roll across your body to that far foot, your hips naturally open up, which allows you to instantly turn toward the goal and attack. And that leads us to magic rule number 2. An open body shape gives you twice as much time and space to create something big. The crucial point here is that this simple physical shift, just opening your hips and using that far foot, literally unlocks the time and the space you need to make incredible game-winning plays. You aren't fighting off a defender from behind anymore. You're facing forward, totally in command, ready to strike or assist. Okay, on to our final core pillar. Rule 3, the third man. This right here, this is La Masia's most closely guarded secret, El Third Hombre. It's a playmaking hack featured on the biggest World Cup stages, and once you understand it, it's going to completely change how you view passing. Let's break down this elite combination step by step. When the defense focuses on you and the player receiving your first pass, they naturally forget about player number 3. So, step 1, you make a short pass from player A to player B. This draws the defense's focus entirely to the ball. Step 2, player B instantly passes into open space. And step 3, player C, our secret third man, arrives into that space at full speed. You draw the defense in just to open a hidden lane for a completely free runner. It's brilliant. We saw this executed flawlessly by France at the World Cup. They used this exact high-tempo passing combination to completely break the opponent's backline. They used short, sharp passes to pull the defenders out of position and then just slipped the ball straight into the path of Kylian Mbappé, who was making that devastating third-man run at full speed. When it's done right, it's utterly impossible to defend. No way you can stop it. Which brings us to magic rule number 3. Great football isn't about running with the ball. It's about making the ball work for the team. Let the ball do the running. The ball can travel way faster than any player on the pitch. By using the third-man run, you're outsmarting the defense as a unit, and that is the ultimate playmaking hack for any squad. All right, let's wrap this up with your World Cup checklist. Let's synthesize all these academy secrets into a quick checklist you can take directly to your local pitch. Number 1, scan like Modrić. Use those eyes. Look around before the ball arrives so you see the future. Number 2, open up like Messi. Always look to receive with your far foot to give yourself maximum time, space, and vision. And number 3, find the third man. Let the ball do the work by drawing the defense and feeding that runner arriving at speed. Which leaves us with this final, most important question. How will you show your magic on the pitch today? You've got the playbook now. You know that true football magic is about playing with your mind just as much as your feet. So take this game intelligence, bring it to your very next match, and absolutely rule the pitch. Get out there, have a blast, and play smart.